Track 6 is Journey to the Island from the score to Jurassic Park, composed by John Williams. This piece runs for around 9 minutes long, and as such has to carry us through several key scenes, and therefore has to convey a lot of sort of peaks and dips, as well as introduce the two main themes for the film. Music for film, I feel like any other instrumental work really, at its best will tell a story without the need for anything else. So the movements through this whole thing are so fluid and organic, and I feel like just a small example of why Williams is so revered. So we start with these really light, airy notes that convey not only the sense that they are flying, but also represent John Hammond's sense of increasing giddiness at the prospect of showing off this creation, this marvel, and allowing space for this really cute interplay between the central characters that we're going to come to know over the next couple of hours, before it ramps up again as they catch sight of Isla Nublar. Sort of swelling to give that sense of this great adventure that they're on. The score here shows that we're not in some fantastical place. Everything in it is recognizable and beautiful and spectacular. Although there is a sense of thrill, it's grounded by the use of drums and low vibrations. There's a bigger high to come, and the score carries a little bit of restraint at this point to acknowledge that, just to allow a bit of room. Once they arrive on the island and begin their sort of journey into the heart of it, there's this repeating beat underscoring the whole thing. Again, sort of as if to signal that there's an elevated heart rate now pulsing through the audience and the characters. The anticipation of what's to come now that we're here on the island, and that builds until the cars eventually stop. So now slowing down and changing pace as Grant catches sight of his first dinosaur, which is still at this point unseen to the audience. These ominous chords come creeping in on his reaction, teasing that we are heading into monster territory. The T-Rex is obviously the most well-known dinosaur and the signature one for the posters and the advertising, and then it totally betrays that by leading into these very graceful strings as we catch our first glimpse of the Brachiosaur. The music is telling us about its slow, smooth, gentle movements, increasing in volume as it raises itself up on its hind legs to eat from a nearby tree, but again deceptively only building to this like little mini crescendo as Alan faints from the news of the T-Rex, and Hammond steps forward with his "Welcome to Jurassic Park," and on that cue the music swells and all the majesty and awe and astonishment comes to the surface as the characters in the audience see these herds of dinosaurs. For anybody worried about the film not living up to expectations, not having the resources to do it justice, this is where sort of jaws drop, and the score acknowledges that. It's a moment of pure cinema, and I love that it ends on that.